In a stunning legal twist, a federal judge just blocked Florida's harsh new immigration law, calling it likely unconstitutional. If you live in Florida or know someone undocumented, this changes everything. From hospital visits to simply giving someone a ride, what was once criminalized is now on hold. But the fight is far from over. Here's what you need to know before the next legal bombshell drops. Let's start with what the law was about. Earlier this year, Florida passed one of the toughest immigration enforcement bills in the country. The law required hospitals to report the immigration status of patients, made it a felony to transport undocumented individuals into the state even if they're family members, and gave state and local police expanded powers to detain and question individuals suspected of being in the country illegally. Supporters of the law claimed it was about protecting state resources and enforcing federal immigration policy. But critics, including human rights groups and constitutional scholars, warned that it opened the door to racial profiling, family separation, and serious violations of civil liberties. And now, a federal judge has agreed. In a detailed 67-page opinion released on August 25, the judge ruled that key parts of the Florida law are likely unconstitutional and must be blocked immediately. The court emphasized that immigration enforcement is a federal responsibility, not something individual states can rewrite according to their own agendas. The ruling specifically called out the provision that made it a felony to transport undocumented individuals. The judge argued that this criminalized normal, everyday behavior such as driving a friend, neighbor, or family member to a doctor's appointment, turning ordinary people into potential criminals. The hospital reporting requirement was also struck down as invasive and discriminatory, with the judge noting it would deter immigrants from seeking medical care, potentially risking public health in the process. Now, let's talk about the reaction. Governor DeSantis' office has already vowed to appeal the ruling, calling the decision judicial overreach and insisting the state has the right to protect its communities. But immigrant rights organizations are celebrating the ruling as a victory for basic human rights and a warning shot to other states considering similar laws. Make no mistake, this is bigger than just one state. Over the past year, several states have proposed or passed their own immigration laws, frustrated with what they see as federal inaction. But this ruling sends a strong message: the U.S. Constitution limits what states can do when it comes to immigration. What does this mean if you live in Florida or are undocumented? First and most importantly, the most dangerous parts of the law are now blocked. That means hospitals cannot require immigration status disclosures, and you cannot be charged with a felony just for transporting someone who lacks legal status. But remember, this is a temporary injunction pending appeal. The legal battle is far from over. If you or someone you know is impacted, it's critical to stay informed and connected with local immigrant advocacy groups or legal aid organizations. They can provide real-time updates, legal resources, and support if your rights are being violated. The bigger question now is, will this ruling influence other states? Legal experts say yes. This could make it much harder for states to pass their own immigration laws going forward, especially if they try to enforce federal immigration rules at the state level. To summarize, August 25, 2025, marks a turning point in the U.S. immigration debate. A federal judge has halted Florida's sweeping anti-immigrant law, siding with the Constitution over politics. But this is just round one. The appeal is coming, and the national conversation is only getting louder. If you found this update helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more real-time immigration news, and drop a comment below if you have questions or stories to share. This is one battle in a much larger war over rights, justice, and what it really means to be American.